Hello, Just Too Good here. Today I'm reviewing the LEGO Pirate Treasure Set of 1989. This is actually the first LEGO Pirate set, and I'll explain why. For the set numbering, it's the first in order except for one value pack, which actually includes this set in it. So either way you look at it, it is the first LEGO Pirate set, at least in my book. So let's open this up because this was never before opened. But I see that it was very easily to just kind of remove that. So that's just from years of, I guess, having this on the shelf. And you got these little advertisements and then the actual pieces inside. And here's a set all built up. Now let's take a look at that minifigure. Here is the pirate included in the set. These were actually the first LEGO minifigures with a printed face on them that isn't the classic smiley face. So considering this is the first LEGO pirate set, you could maybe say that this is the first ever non-smiley printed LEGO minifigure. Well, I mean, he is smiling, but he has all that scruff and the little mustache. Also printed torso, which looks really neat. And the gun, which I just noticed he's holding wrong, which you just kind of put it at the handle right there, as well as a shovel. No back printing or anything, but this is a very old minifigure, and you have the older style bandana. So back to the build of the sets. Now this was a $3.25 set. I don't expect too much here, but they actually got a lot considering it is an older set. You got a little monkey, a printed pirate flag, and even a treasure chest. Now this is all on a 4x6 plate in yellow, which has some pieces built upon it. And the treasure chest itself is something kind of nostalgic for me because when I was little, I used to always play with these LEGO treasure chests and put stuff like the gold they include inside the treasure chest. And these are actually the ones that come in sets of 4, and you have to punch all of them out. So I had to punch all of them out, and these little ones without printing on them, if you're not familiar with these pieces, are actually the middle connectors. I would always keep these when I was little, so I just kind of kept them in this specific one. And basically how these would be packages, these would each be connected to those little ends. So it is really nostalgic for me, and you got the, I think, the 40 coins, the 10 coins, and the 20 coins, as well as the 30 coins. So 10, 20, 30, and 40. And you just kind of stick all of those into the treasure chest, which is guarded by a nice little monkey right here, which is the older style monkey, another little nostalgic design for me. I like his yellow hands, and these are actually minifigure arms, and you can see how those are kind of connected to him, where some of them are upside down for the legs, and then these are just the regular right side up, and he holds a little bit of a cutlass right there, and a molded head, which looks a little bit creepy looking back because there's no printed eyes or anything like that. And for the rest of the build, like I said, there's a nice printed pirate flag, which is actually printed on both sides. And you can just kind of stick the pirates right in front of the treasure chest if you'd like to show that he maybe dug it up or something. And that's it for the build. Let's take a look at some of the promotional materials included and then the final verdict. Here's another look at the box because I kind of wanted to show the designs on the back, which show some alternate builds. Some really cool kind of a map design on the background. Also on the bottom, this notes that this is a 1990 version of the set, so that's quite interesting. And also included is, of course, one instructions, which is a little bit of a fold-out one. And it just kind of has very few instructions on them. And there's no like promotional advertisement on the back because they have a whole separate pamphlet for that. Here is that separate pamphlet, and you can see all of these new LEGO Pirate sets. I think these are 1990 sets. I always wanted that Imperial Trading Post set. That is like one of the sets I've been dying to get. Rock Island Refuge, it looks really cool as well. Lagoon Lockup is another classic one. I think I have Raft Raiders, honestly. And I might have Smuggler's Shanty, I'm not entirely sure, as well as Bounty Boat. And of course you got the Imperial Flagship, the original one. I'm sure those are very expensive on eBay, especially sealed. Nice little poster right there. And they actually put on the back some of the other themes. So you got some classic town. As you can see, they have one of the first LEGO town space sets. Checkered flag, 500. And nice little poster right there. You got some of the Wolf Pack, which is one of my favorite castle themes. I think I have Wolfpack, yeah, I have Wolfpack Renegade, Sea Serpent, and Dungeon Master's Castle. I didn't know it was named that. That looks amazing. Oh my gosh. A nice little poster right there. And then you got trains, space, as well as boats. And you can see actually some of these are 1992, so this is definitely a later print of this Lego Pirate set. Also included is this funny little advertisement. I don't know, the look on that guy's face is pretty funny. And then you got join a world of fun in the Lego Builders Club. And they actually say that a free set is included. And you can see it is a little Lego Town Legoland set, so that's pretty interesting. That is it for this little advertisement. So it was fun looking back at the first Lego Pirate set ever, and for a little $3.25 set, as I said earlier, there's a lot included. I like the little monkey, I like the printed flag, and the gold treasure inside, which are all nostalgic to me. Other than that, there's not much else to say, but let me know if you guys like me looking back at like the first sets of certain themes. Maybe I'll continue to do this on Throwback Thursday, but that's it for now. I think next week will be a Fabuland set, if my memory serves me correctly. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.